Today's video, we're going to talk about Shopify price and discount testing. Why you are stupid for not doing this for your e-commerce business. Whether we're talking about Shopify technically or WooCommerce or whatever the hell you're doing to run and sell products through your website, okay? Price testing has such a big impact on your profitability of your ad campaigns and all the other marketing efforts that you have in your business that you have to drive traffic to your site, which is why I'm making this video here today, okay? Fact of the matter is, you cannot dispute this. There's no way in hell that you've picked the perfect price for each product that you're selling. The price that you are at now, your products are priced at, is maximizing the amount of money that you're making. There's either a price higher or lower than what the price that you have set at for each product that will actually make you more money. The question is, what is the price? And out of all the stuff that you could possibly test and optimize on your website to get a higher conversion rate on the traffic you're driving to your site right now, there's nothing easier to test. All you have to do is go in there and raise your product prices by 10% and sit back and wait and see what happens over the next 30 days. And maybe you lose money, but maybe you make 10% more money to go along with it, more profit that is, and you're making that extra 10% for the next 10 years, whereas you just threw away all that money if you never went ahead and ran that simple test. People are afraid to test their prices because they think people can't afford what they have, and overwhelmingly that generally is not the case, and they can get away with raising their price some, maybe not a lot, but at least some, in most of the cases that I see. I am Corey, I'm an owner of Guaranteed PPC, a PPC/advertising agency that guarantees people's results on their ad campaigns before paying any management fees. Running this agency for 10 years now, and I have almost a full 20 years of advertising experience, which is what I'm using to base everything I'm giving you here on today's video about e-commerce businesses that I personally own, currently own and run, as well as the hundreds of other e-commerce businesses that I've personally had my hands in, helping to raise the profitability of those businesses at our advertising agency. So with that said, I'm going to go through what it is that you need to test on your site, not later, starting now, specifically having to do with price, because it's not just the price of the product. You, of course, have other ancillary things that, in terms of the cost to the customer, that you need to optimize, because otherwise you're just going to throw away a bunch of your profit for no reason. And then also with that, how to actually implement these tests in your business the most efficient way that I found over the last 10 years running this advertising alone. The best way to go in on any e-commerce site and go ahead and optimize and get that extra profitability with as little effort and as little time as possible. I will tell you by the end of the video and give you some real examples if you watch all the way through of actual companies where we did this exact thing and how much increase in profitability it brought our company once we instituted these simple tests that you can implement on your own business as well. So with that said, getting into the content here, there are 3 key things every e-commerce business owner needs to be able to test at some point. That is price, number 1. Number 2, how much of a discount that you're offering, discount codes and the like, and the price of what you're offering as far as shipping. Because even if you're offering free shipping, maybe that's not the best option. Normally it is, but not always. And at least shouldn't be offering it probably for everybody, regardless of what they order. And as an incentive, for no other reason as what we found, it incentivizes and gets your average ticket size on your website or cart total to be higher when you give them an incentive to spend a little bit more to get over that threshold. There's a reason why people have minimums on free shipping, and it's not just because it's unaffordable to ship something that's $10. I promise you that that's not the primary reason at all. Therefore, you'd be doing yourself a huge favor by instituting the reward of free shipping when they meet certain criteria, which I'm going to talk about here in today's video as well. So with that said, okay, what I recommend as far as setting up testing of these 3 items so you can get the most out of what you're doing with the current traffic you're driving to your site today. First of which, I recommend changing the price on your products in 10% increments up first, then test going down. Why? Because most of you guys are not pricing your products for high enough. Particularly if it's a quality product that looks like it's higher quality, a better guarantee or warranty. And if you don't have those things, you should do that, by the way. You can literally take a product, slap on a 30-year warranty, double the profitability of your ad campaigns. We've seen this exact thing in the paint space. And it costs you no money to deliver, obviously, unless some people come back and want to call you on it. But the amount of people and this has been going on for 10 years since a particular client I'm thinking of has done it, you're talking about 1% or less of the people coming back and calling you on that. Which is why, by the way, when you go into Walmart, Target, you buy electronics, they love selling you the extended warranty because nobody calls you on it. It's just like free money. And literally they're making little to nothing on that electronic item. They're making pure profit on the extended warranty that nobody calls you on. And that's where the money is. Speaking, these are the little hacks that you need to install in your business if you're going to make any serious money online with stiff competition in a space like yours. So with that said, but you don't have to go crazy with it. You can literally increase your profit or your price by 10%, and you don't even have to do it on all your items. In fact, you shouldn't do it on all your items because you can not isolate, because there will be certain items that should go up in price and certain ones where it won't be beneficial to you to increase. And then you'll be able to find the maximum price potential of each item individually, which will make you be able to charge probably double what you're charging now all in get you to where you're making twice as much money in your business with the same ad traffic. Once you've got this instituted and you found the maximum price increase threshold where you start decreasing profitability in terms of drop in conversion rate on each item across the board, if you will. So anyway, with that said, so you're going to raise the price, see if it increases your profitability. If it does, after raising it 10% for that each item, you're going to raise it another 10, another 10, another 10 until you hit a roadblock. If you raise your price and it decreases your profitability from that item, that is sales minus ad spend minus product cost, then you're going to decrease the product price by 10% and see what happens. Sometimes lowering the price decreases your margin, but it's going to greatly increase your profits because the volume is so much greater. We've had instances, particularly when your product price is within a $10 threshold of the next, going from $99 to $100, $200, that just reducing the product price by $10 from $205 to $195, we literally double the profitability from our ad campaigns for that item once we've done that one simple little thing. Yeah, it reduced the margins, but the profitability literally was double. That is, it increased the sales more than double, and because of that, it offset the reduction in margin to where we're still making twice as much profit margin. The moral of the story there, mostly what I just said there is, if you're close to the next $100 jump or $10 jump, you should go ahead and reduce the price so it's instead of $60, it's $59, and see if that'll be able to increase your profitability. If not, $100, go to $99, and I would say absolutely do that first. And then you can raise your price by 10% at a time, see how that goes. And then if you can't get anything that way, then you're going to lower the price in general and see how that goes. But this needs to be done by item, like I said. And there's no freaking way that your price that you have on, at least if you set it arbitrarily for each item, that you found the perfect price to price that item. And in order to see if it's higher profitability than you had before, you just simply have to change the price, wait 30 days, see the sales on that item compared to the previous 30 days, minus ad spend, minus your product cost. And then you'll know if you're going to make more money at that new price or not. It's really as simple as that. Now, that said, I can hear some rumblings already on the other side of the screen here from our audience that people are saying that's not a true split test. How do you know, switch the price, that the traffic stream that you had coming into that item's product page, shift up, and then the reduction or increase in profitability you got was simply because Google decided to send some better quality traffic, or whatever. The traffic quality got switched up, and that is a very, very valid concern. Shopify, people are using this Intelligems plugin, which is basically the most popular one for doing price split testing. People use Visual Website Optimizer or Optimizely to do split testing of price because they want a true split test. That is, visitor A goes to the website, they see one price. Visitor B, that directly precedes him, sees another price. Then visitor C, the original price. Visitor D sees the updated price that you're testing. So it alternates the price based upon the user. And you can also go further and you can actually have that price only update for Google Ads traffic, or you can go further for this single keyword. With these paid plugins, which are not cheap, hundreds of dollars a month, you can actually do a split test like that on a traffic source on a true A/B test. The issue with that, though, is, of course, these plugins or programs interfere with shopping campaigns. If you have a shopping campaign and Google Merchant Center sees the price on your site is not what you have listed on Google Merchant Center, and given that 70% of you guys' money is made through shopping campaigns, you're going to get disapproved and it's going to cause havoc with your shopping campaign results. So that is why, at least if you're running shopping campaigns, why you need to do the rudimentary running the price test, which is to switch it on change the price for 30 days and then compare it to the previous 30 days and see how things go, like I mentioned just a minute ago. That's the price testing. Now, that's just the price testing though. You also can test and optimize and get more profit from the same traffic you have coming to your site now by testing the discounts. If you're offering this 10% discount code and this 20% discount code, you got all these people that you've given discount codes and you're offering this here and that here, what I recommend to you to do, if you have a ton of them and they're very aggressive, potentially just reducing the amount that you're offering in discount by half. Yes, that's a drastic move, and it might just be too much chaos for you based upon how many discount codes you've handed out to different people. But in a lot of cases, first of all, what I've seen and personally experienced is a discount is effective in and itself. Yes, the bigger the discount, the more excited people are going to get to buy. That said, you'll often be able to get most of the value out of creating urgency in the buyer's mind by offering a discount without having to offer too much of a discount. It's just not necessary. It's like, you're just going to get a marginal increase in excitability going from 20 to 40. 20 would already been enough for somebody who already thinks your product looks good. It's the best in the market. You didn't have to offer them 40 to get them to start to do business with you right away, which is the reason why, more than anything, people get this mixed up or screwed up. Most of the value out of a discount code is to get somebody who would normally time to buy or make a decision to buy, they're going to buy right away. To the point where we love to even use live chat bots on our site. And when I say bots, I mean live chat bots in and itself, by itself, the way that most people use them. But if somebody comes to the site again, you can have a discount code that says, hey, Jim, I see you're back. Just to let you know that if you check out within the next 24 hours, I'm going to give you this discount code. You can get 20% off. It creates urgency in the buyer. And so that person who was going to buy when they get paid, maybe they just buy now. And because they bought now and you didn't have to wait for them to get paid, you're going to end up with that purchase a higher percentage of the time, because when they get paid, Jim a lot of times is going to blow his money on booze or whatever the hell, and you just never got the purchase or they forgot or whatever. The more you can lock down the purchase short term, the more of the overall purchases you're going to get from your audience. With that said, you can reduce the discount, or if you're that guy or gal who says, Corey, I cannot offer a discount because our margins aren't that great. Which, by the way, everybody thinks their margin and everybody else can do a lot more than them because they have better margins. Everybody's margins are they're always not going to be good for the most part. So don't think you're so damn unique. Or at the very least, if you think your margins are so super late, let me just put this into perspective. Grocery stores, they have a notorious average industry profit margin of 3%. I damn well know you're making more than 3% profit margin. So they offer so many discounts when they're doing that. And why do they do it? If their margins are so damn tight, how and why are they justifying that? Because the discounts are literally what people get people through the door. Even though an online business is not so much the same at all, if you will, the premise is the same in that you'd be better off raising your prices so that you can offer a discount than having no discount at all. This is going to, I promise you, be the case for 90% of you guys watching this video. I don't care what you say your margins are. That's going to be true regardless of the situation. And what I encourage you to do as far as a test is to raise your price 10%, then have a discount code for 10% that you offer on your search ads, that you offer as a merchant center promotion on your shopping ads, that you offer on a remarketing banner ad that shows up for anybody who's been to the site in the recent past, at least for a couple minutes, or been to the cart and abandoned. You watch what happens to your sales, because I promise you that's going to immediately get any ad traffic you have coming to the site today to be almost twice you're going to get almost double the sales out of it. It's really that drastic. The main reason for that, by the way, is because the click-through rate on your search ads and your shopping ads are going to be greater, and you're going to get more traffic for a less price because of that. And then on top of it, you've got the urgency factor going on, like I said before, and then therefore you're going to capture a higher percentage of that in-market traffic because they didn't procrastinate, and therefore you got the purchase at a much higher rate. If that isn't a reason alone to just offer the discount, raise your damn prices a little bit, and so you can offer the discount. You will thank me. I promise you, go ahead and do that. And you will come back and you will thank me that you got that piece of information. It'll be a complete game changer for your business. Finally, with all that said, okay, there's the shipping testing. So The default everybody has is free shipping because it's kind of like, since so many people offer free shipping now, it's like you have to offer it. Otherwise, you can't be competitive. Make no mistake, people's prices are just higher to allow for free shipping. The money's got to come from somewhere. Yes. What I encourage you to do is split test going from free shipping to paid with a lower price, which usually that's not going to be the way to go, I admit, which is everybody's using free shipping for a reason. But also, like I was mentioning earlier in this video, do free shipping with minimum order of at least $100 or $50 or whatever. Why? Because it's going to get people who spent $40, particularly if you can have your checkout say, you spent $40, if you spent 10% more, you'll get the free shipping. That works beautifully. And retail stores have known about this for decades, where they have like a discount that you get. If you spend at least $100 today, you're going to get 20% off. And people are just to get over the $100 because people love getting free discounts that they didn't deserve and all that. So you literally can make your free shipping not free. You should literally do this. Stop what you're doing today if you haven't done this already. Take your free shipping, make it free only if you can start fairly conservative. At least you spend $20 or $30 or whatever. And you watch, particularly when you can do what I mentioned, where you're going to say on the checkout, if you spend at least $50, you're going to get free shipping. If you don't have it. And you watch how much your conversion rate goes up and how much it decreases your cart abandonment rate. More so even. That's $1 million idea right there that nobody talks about, and it's just free extra money instituting this in your business. The other thing, you can also do that thing, by the way, carrying that out. You can have a discount code for people who spend, just in general, you have it at the top, people call a hello bar at the very top of the screen. Like if this is your website here, the very top inch of the screen, you have a hello bar, you can have a message there. Everybody has seen those, but that's what, there's no universal name for that, but having for Halloween, you get 20% off your purchase as long as you spend at least $50 or more. Program that code into your backend, add that, you're going to get a higher conversion rate that in and itself. And if you do that, it makes money. You add that on a remarketing ad, have that show up for people who've been to the website before, and you're going to make even more money. Why? Because it just gives them a reward for being a bigger shopper, and people will take advantage of that. But anyway, as it comes to shipping, those are the main things that I would absolutely test. If you want somebody to set up these tests that has all the experience and it's going to get down to brass tacks where the results are without spending as little time and money that you need to get to the results, this is exactly what we do for clients that are advertising agency. We manage ads, but we also consult the client on how to make the site convert better, mainly because you need both in order to scale an ad campaign. Reach out to me at guaranteedppc.com. I'll be giving you a free assessment and see what could be done with it and just have a discussion about your business. Furthermore, if we've worked in your niche market before, we can actually tell you the results we got in it before. And with that, if you just like managing your own campaigns, we can sell you the literal ads and landing pages and everything we've developed for your e-commerce market. Give it to you, you copy paste that into your account, you can get all the results that we got without none of the work and time and effort that it took to get those results. That is, if we sold an item like you sell and we sold it in a country that you're not in. Of course, we can't have conflict of interest, but you can at least see if we got the results in your market and then sell those to you or just work with our agency. So we sell templates to people who like manage their own ads, and we also sell a full service to people who, we don't have a template and or just want us to manage all their ads and get the results for them on autopilot. If you have any questions about anything testing wise here that I talked about, which plugins to use, whatever, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a question or comment on this channel, usually within 24 hours time. With that said, I think I covered this pretty well to go over the high points on what actually works. If you are going to go ahead and test, where you're going to actually typically get the results. Again, you're going to have to ask yourself if you're going to use one of these high-end programs like Optimizely, Visual Website Optimizer, whatnot to do these tests. They certainly are convenient. You just, they're expensive. If my business is already doing more than $1 million a year in sales revenue, I'm going to use one of the higher end tools so I can get a true split test. That is if I'm not running shopping ads. If I'm running shopping ads, I'm stuck, if you will. You're just stuck, and that's the way that it is, and there's nothing you can do about that. But, with that said, there's a hell of a lot more things you can also, if you're going to invest in these tools to split test on your website, that'll make it universally convert better. There's just like universal truths that if you do this on your website, you'll make more money. If you have the phone number at the top right of your website, you'll make more money. Or if your website loads, faster than, if you take your website loading speed from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, you'll convert better. If you want to know all these little tricks, you can, of course, subscribe to this channel, This channel has all those tricks. It's coming from somebody who spends 40 hours a week doing ad testing and website testing to see what works the best. You should subscribe. It's the best information you're going to find on the web about how to make money with ads, and comes from somebody who's actually practicing it versus 99% of the yahoos out there, including on YouTube. Furthermore, you can also find my blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog. The blog has actual step-by-step advice and specific strategies we use to guarantee results for our clients at our firm that we just lay out there for you to use. It doesn't get much easier than just using the exact strategies we use. You can check them out there. Beyond all that pretty well gives you the idea. I talked about what kind of results you can get. Changing your price testing, if you don't get at least 20% more profitability of your ads from that, and then with the discount and optimizing that, get another 20%. Shipping, get another 10%. If you're not making at least 50% more money after you go through everything I just mentioned there, you have a right to come here and punch me in the face, because I promise you, this stuff works. Unless you, of course, done this stuff and then, hey, you don't have nothing there. But 95% of the people out there don't ever even get to this level with their website and optimizing it. Bigger brands do that are making $100 million a year plus, but the smaller companies that are doing $500K to $20 million a year, they barely any do this, and therefore your competitors are not doing it. Therefore, you have an edge. You can make more money making your customers' lives easier, but it gets damn easy when you can do that, and your competitors aren't actually going to waste their time doing it, even if you told them straight up to do it, that people are lazy. So that's where anything like that helps the user out a little bit more. Raising the price helps them out because it makes them perceive what you have as valuable, when a lot of people just want to buy the most valuable thing. That's a plus for them, whether they would look at it or frame it like that or not. That's the reality. And again, if competitors aren't testing their price to find out what the consumers want to see as far as the price, you win automatically by default. So with that said, I'll wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching again as usual, and I'll see you on the next one.
Remember when I said price and discount testing was important during this video? Well, this video here tells you how to do it.